Hello everyone, welcome to I Jump Instead and welcome to this 20-minute lower body flexibility routine on a rebounder. I am Trophy Steffi. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I'm going to be jumping on the 40-inch Beacon bungee unit. This is the soft land series with strong bungee cords, and I have this Amazon link in the description box below. So we're going to get started with a 5-minute warm-up, then we're going to do 5 minutes of one leg jumping for beginners, then we're going to do 10 minutes of leg inversion exercises for strength, mobility, and flexibility. I have a towel in order to put under my back for maximum comfort. I also have a pillow for under my head. Those are optional, but I highly recommend it in order to make laying down as comfortable as possible. We're not going to be jumping while laying down or bouncing. We're going to just have our legs inverted. Are you ready? 20 minutes starts right now. Let's go ahead and get the body gently pumping. We can have our feet against the mat, or we can have our heels pumping or lifting. It's up to you. Just feel the pumping action so we can get these cells activated. I want your core engaged, and what helps engage the core is just lifting through the spine, but I want your chin level. And then let's put the shoulders right there in the center so they're not forward or back, and then teeth closed. Let's breathe through our nose throughout the entire routine if possible. So I want you to stand up as tall as possible. Let's lengthen the spine as we feel our bodies sinking down into that down bounce. Now let's go ahead and do some neck stretches, bringing the chin down to the chest while the chest stays lifted and the shoulders stay open. So feel the back of the neck stretch. Let's rotate the head slowly over to one side, ear to shoulder, right there in the center between the front and the back of our body, pulling the opposite shoulder down, and slowly rotate the head forward and over to the other side, pulling that opposite shoulder down. Feel that nice deep stretch, and let's bring it to the front again, right there in the center, and push the chin a little deeper into the chest. 3, 2, and 1. Let's look straight forward and reach one arm out, palm facing down, and now look the opposite way and look straight over that shoulder. So we have one hand on the bar. I want you to reach that arm and wiggle the fingers. I want you to bring your palm down, stretching through the wrist. Palm up, stretching through the forearm and the tricep. Feel that tricep get longer. Now I want you to twist through the arm and twist into the other direction. And I want you to lengthen again, wiggling the fingers with a nice tall spine, looking right over that other shoulder. 3, 2, and 1, switching sides. So other arm comes out, palm facing down, looking over the shoulder, standing up as tall as you can, wiggle the fingers. Palm comes down, palm comes up. Now twist through the arm, and twist through the arm to the other direction, and make sure that neck is in a perfect posture as we reach through the arm, wiggle the fingers. 3, 2, and 1. Now let's go ahead and stretch into the back. So let's keep our toes facing forward and twist the upper body all the way around so we can get that nice deep stretch through the spine, and we want to gently massage it with this beautiful low bounce. Feeling the nose breath just floating through the nostrils, relaxed and calm, pulling that back shoulder back just a little bit further as we stand up tall. 3, 2, and 1, switching to the other side. Staying upright as much as possible. Pull that back shoulder back. Just notice the breath is gentle. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go into cat position. So the shoulders and hips come forward, stretching through the spine, hands on the bar. I want you to also reach through the chin, feeling every down bounce, expanding into your spine and back, continuing to move the breath through the nose. 3, 2, and 1. Let's do the opposite position by pulling the shoulders back, hips back, and tucking the chin. Squeeze those shoulders behind you, get into that beautiful stretch and feel that gentle activation bounce, taking your flexibility to the next level in your back. 3, 2, and 1. Let's step over to the side of the rebounder, staying nice and tall, and one leg comes off the rebounder, and in that up bounce, I want you to just gently flutter that leg, releasing the hip, the knee, and the ankle. You might feel the toes being released as well, and the thigh. Just let it all shake and activate. 3, 2, and 1, switching sides. Three, 2, and 1. Next up, 5 minutes of one leg jumping. We're gonna have our foot in the center of the mat, but then I want you to come back just a couple inches. I want you to stand up nice and tall, and I want you to begin by jumping on one foot. And I want you to have the foot be nice and flat, feeling the weight distribution in the top of the foot and the bottom of the foot evenly. So you feel that connection with just perfect downward bouncing, and then the other toe can definitely be touching the mat for support. So you want to just be able to give yourself that grace where not all the weight is in one leg, just as much as it feels comfortable. And let's switch legs in 3, 2, and 1. So I'm just going to put my feet together and then lift the other leg, putting the toe down if this leg calls for it, but if I can, I want to lift the other foot off the mat entirely. So nice and tall here. And let's switch legs, 3, 2, 1. You might feel your knee getting stronger or having the potential to get nice and strong, as well as the ankle and the hips. And you can take breaks anytime you need, especially just having your toes touching the mat, because that is just putting a little bit of weight distribution in that supporting leg. Let's go ahead and switch legs. So you want to have the standing leg, you want to have the knee soft, and you want to just feel your body kind of pushing down into that mat, giving the leg an opportunity to strengthen and continue progressing in its strength. Switching legs, 3, 2, and 1. This is going into the hip. This is going all the way up to the core. This is absolutely strengthening into the inner outer thigh, the quad, the hamstring, the glute, the knee, the calf, the shin, the ankle, the foot. It's creating more circulation, it's creating more bone density. It's strengthening the full leg and this side of the body all collectively in order to help support us with overall strength. Let's go ahead and switch to the other leg. Let's go ahead and touch the core muscles and make sure they're not soft, meaning you want to put a little bit of a squeeze in your core, and just to keep your core engaged, connected to this motion, because the core is the foundation of your leg strength. Make sure those shoulders are relaxed. Let's switch legs. Here we go. So make sure you still have that nice soft bend in the knee of the standing leg so you can connect. You also could just put one toe down and lift it and kind of do intervals like that. Let's go ahead and switch legs. Here we go. Nice and tall through the spine. Feeling that down bounce. Nose breathing, just letting it flow through the nose. Switching legs, 3, 2, and 1. Last minute here, 30 seconds more on each side. Core check. Make sure those core muscles are connected and activated. Switching legs in 3, 2, and 1. After this 30 seconds, we're going to be laying down on our rebounder for leg inversion exercises. Perfect job. Nice and strong throughout the core and full leg. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and lay down on our rebounder with our legs facing the handlebar. Just one of the bars or in between is fine as well. So I'm going to go ahead and turn all the way around and have my towel for comfort. It's completely up to you if you want to have a towel, and then the pillow goes right underneath my head. So here we go, starting with with the legs up and the arms up. We're actually going to start with jitterbug. So jitterbug means we're going to shake the arms and shake the legs in order to help mobility in our shoulders, elbows, wrists, our hands, our hips, our thighs and knees, our ankles, and our feet. Three, 2, and 1. I want you to stretch the legs up, pointing through the toes. And at any point, if you need a break, just go ahead and lean your feet or just one foot up against the bar. So pointing through the legs, just leaving them nice and inverted here and straight. You don't have to hyperextend the knees, just a softness in the straight legs. And now let's pull the feet back for a nice flexed foot feeling. This is going into the back of the leg. So feel the calf open up, the back of the thigh here, the ankle, and you're strengthening into the foot. And now let's point the feet again. And now let's flex the feet again. 3, 2, and 1. And now we're just gonna rotate the feet forward and back. And we're gonna just have the legs inverted. And I want you to make sure that your teeth are closed and your shoulders are relaxed. Calmly breathing through the nose. We're not necessarily working our abdomen very hard or just strengthening into the thighs or the glutes, but we are strengthening into the hips and we have the legs inverted. So many benefits. Next up, we're going to do little rotations with our feet. 3, 2, 1, and let's just crisscross like that as the legs are just up, mostly straight. I have my toes pointed just a little bit, and that's optional. You can just relax your toes and your feet if you desire. Just put your feet in this motion here, improving our coordination skills, still working into those hips. Breathing through the nose, reaping all the benefits of leg inversion. Three, 2, 1. Next up, let's just bend into the knees and then straighten up the legs and make them straight and point the toes. And bend and point and straight. and bend and straight. One thing that's tough for me is to keep my shoulders relaxed. So I just want to share that with you in case you're struggling with me, because it is all part of the form here, is to be calm in the face and eyes, in the neck and shoulders, just bringing our leg inversion to motion, making this more calming and soothing as we work on our knee flexibility and mobility, and our ankles and our hips. 3, 2, and 1. Now let's go ahead and take the legs, split them apart, and do a little bit of stretching into the inner thigh. You might push into your knees if you desire, and you can use the flexible surface underneath your back to sway side to side, or you can stay in the center and just kind of gently pump into each leg and feel the stretch in the inner thighs. You can point the toes, straighten those legs. 3, 2, 1. Let's lift the legs up. I'm going to use my hands to do so. And now I want you to take your legs and pull them towards your body, stretching into the backs of the legs. And I want you to connect to a little bit of progress here. You might use the flexible surface to keep your body in motion here, as you just might lightly pump into the stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Now let's take a moment to do full leg twisting in and out as the legs are beautifully inverted, toes are pointed. Relaxing into the shoulders. Now let's take our feet and do ankle rotations in one direction with both ankles, nice and slowly, keeping our upper body calm and relaxed. And now let's switch directions, nice and slow here. Now let's take a moment to spread our toes wide. See if you can get a little stronger. Get those toes a little bit more flexible, just with the strength of spreading all 10 toes. 3, 2, and 1. I want you to rest one leg against the bar. Pull one leg towards your chest, and I want you to pull the toes apart. And see if you can spread them open just a little bit more than you did just by spreading the toes alone. To see if you can open them up a little bit more. So next time you spread them, they are more flexible. And now I want you to squeeze into the foot, into the ankle, into the calf and shin, the side of the knee, the back of the knee. Just touch here, love, send nice, kind messages into your body. And now I want you to just take a moment to gently slap into that leg, maybe up the back of the leg and into the side. Go down in the hip as well. The top of the thigh, inner thigh, the knee, top and the back, the calf, shin. And if you can reach the bottom of the foot and the top of the foot, and switch legs, bringing that in, pulling the toes apart. Now squeeze and massage into the foot and the ankle, the calf, and the shin, and the knee. And the thigh. And now let's gently tap up the back and the hamstring and the glute, the hip on the side, up the side, the top, inner thigh, the knee, front and the back too, the calf, the shin, the top of the foot, the bottom of the foot. Last but not least, just a little rest where the legs balance up against the bar, and we reconnect with relaxation in the eyes and the shoulders, in the legs, and the breath. Three, 2, and 1. Feel free to keep your legs up and inverted as long as you like. Otherwise, if you want to put your feet down, I suggest having them down for 10 seconds before you sit up. And then when you're ready, you can sit up and maybe sit for 10 seconds as well before you stand. And that is a wrap for this 20-minute lower body flexibility routine. How did you like it? I would love it if you could comment below and send me a blue heart or anything that's blue in the emoji section. We really appreciate your comments and the support that you're giving us by putting those emojis in the comment section, as well as your feedback. Thank you so much. And thank you for the likes, because a lot of you are liking these routines and we appreciate every single like, so keep that up. And as always, if you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel, we hope you press that subscribe button so you see our new routines show up in your feed when you sign on to YouTube. That'll motivate you to jump instead some more and keep your body moving and keep your body progressing in flexibility and strength and mobility. Thanks again for joining me. I hope you had a fantastic 20-minute session, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your trophy day. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.